Okay, let me give you control, and you can share your screen out and then get started whenever you're ready.
Just 1 minute here.
Okay, see some more folks coming in. Thank you all so much for being here. Do us a favor, type your name and where you're from in the chat. Type your name and where you're from in the chat. I see folks coming in. We had a lot of people registered. I think about 300 people registered. My Zoom account only holds 100 people. So some people are probably going to be shut out and not able to get in. So make sure you come in ready to learn, get your pen and your paper. We're about to get started. Okay, so shout out to Valerie from Philly. We got Philly in the building.
In the building, yes.
Philly is showing up tonight. Danielle from Sacramento, California. Shabri from Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee. Do me a favor. When you type in the chat, type all panelists and attendees. That's all panelists and attendees. That way everybody will be able to see your comments. Type all panelists and attendees. Okay.
So Ryan, can you hear me? I want to make sure that I am live. Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you. Everybody in the chat, can you hear Dr. Sandy? If you can hear Dr. Sandy, please type a yes in the chat. Please type a yes in the chat. Okay, Stacy from Bluebell. So yes. The yeses are coming in. Can you see the chat as well?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Good.
Yes, great. Well, welcome. I see some Phillies in the house. I see some good friends of mine, some of my colleagues. Hey, Carolyn King Richmond. How are you? Micro Society, 40 states and 4 countries. So great to have you on the line. So welcome everyone. Good to see you. So I am going to get started. I'm going to actually share my screen. All right, so I'm going to take myself off video so you can focus on this screen here. And I'm going to share my screen. All right, let me just get it here. Great. There we go. I think I'm on, right, Ryan?
Yep.
So should I just go ahead and get started on this?
Yep.
So anyway, welcome everyone. Good evening. Welcome on how to our webinar on how to master your time to create systems in your business. Our goal this evening, for my portion of it, is to show you the only way for you to make massive money in your business is to first stop wasting time. That is step 1. Step 2, I'm going to teach you guaranteed strategies to get control of your time, and also to prove that your brain, the brain that sometimes we forget about that's in our head, will help you win if you're serious. It's just by design, we were created for our brain to be a central core component of who we are and what we can get done. And then I'm going to teach what a productive money-making day looks like. I'm going to demonstrate that to you. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Dr. Sandy Williams. And aside from my experience and degrees, which I am grateful for, and that's all great, but let me tell you something. If you do not have control of your time, all the degrees in the world will not allow you to make all the money you want to make unless you can control your time. So what I want you to take away is not who I am, okay, or what I've accomplished, because that doesn't mean a whole lot, but that time is your most valuable resource. So I want you to take copious notes, because I'm not going to give you an assignment of writing down over the next 2 or 3 weeks what you spend your time on, because that's a waste of time. A waste of time. Okay, that's number 1. And number 2, coming behind me is a giant. Listen to me, a giant in digital marketing who you do not want to miss. So hold on, hang on to your seatbelts, and here we go. Okay, so let me begin by saying that have you ever oh wait, somehow my screen jumped here. Let me fix this. Okay. Let me go back. So have you ever wondered, I'm not sure why it looks like that, but anyway, not a problem. Brian, is my screen is clear, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go. So have you ever wondered what it would be like to go through your day knowing that there is a strong possibility that what you set out to accomplish is going to be done, and that you have managed your time in a way that is satisfying and productive? What would that feel like? Because it is entirely possible. But let me just say this, that I know that many of you have tried to manage your time, started different strategies and stopped, and find yourself back to square one. So let me help you out. And then let me help you feel a lot better, okay? It's not your fault directly. It's not your fault directly, because most people have been operating at a level of unorganization and not managing time for so long, your subconscious believes it is normal, but it's not. So please drop not normal in the comments, okay? It's not normal. You must create a normal for yourself that you and your subconscious believes. And once you do, get control of your time, the entire you, your mind, your body, and your spirit will believe you are serious. And before you know it, you will be consistent and it will become a new habit and a new normal for you. So let me say that first of all, that time is your most valuable resource. A lot of people believe that money is their most valuable resource, and it's definitely important because it provides options. But the most important resource that you have is time. You can get more money through various of avenues, but once your time is gone, it's gone forever. You can't buy more time or borrow more time, and every second you miss or misuse it, that moment is not retrievable. You cannot get it back. So you must settle the issue via your attitude, your belief, your intention, and your desire that time is going to run out, and that managing your time has a direct impact on your productivity and determination to move forward. So I know that many of you have heard of this expression. We all have that time is money, and it is. But more important than time being money, let me tell you, time is your life. Because once you have mastered your time, you can have life and you can have it more abundantly. So let me just quickly bust some of those myths about time management. Number one, there are not enough hours in a day. There's absolutely enough hours in a day. You just must learn how to manage what you have, because every one of us, we have the same amount of time. And we'll talk more about that shortly. Myth number two, making a to-do list will make you more productive. Well, making a to-do list will make you productive, but it's not just making a to-do list that makes you productive. More importantly is what is on your to-do list and how is it designed? Because you can have a to-do list and it ends up being a reminder list. But a to-do list is really a high-powered list that actually moves you into a productivity zone so you can get things done. Myth number three, multitasking helps you get more done. Well, no, multitasking is overrated. As scientists, I know and we know that multitasking actually reduces your efficiency and performance because your brain can only focus, right, 100% on one task at a time. Otherwise, you're spreading yourself too thin. So it is really about engaging in the moment and bringing the full power of your brain to the task at hand, whatever it may be. Well, how do you begin the process? Well, first of all, anywhere you find significant success, you're going to find imposed absolute disciplines, which is called routines. So routines, they are self-imposed disciplines. And sometimes we think of routines as things we do on a regular basis. And we even say sometimes certain routines are boring, and that may be so. But boring does not necessarily equate to not being productive. Routines are much more powerful than that. So I want you to consider that, because by creating routines, you fire up your brain to create something new for you as you focus your intentions and your actions. But how do routines work? Well, what happens is in our brain, right, we have something called the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is that red area that you see on the screen. is located in the front part of your brain, directly behind your forehead and right above the eyes. It is the creator's gift among many gifts to you, because learning how to maximize the use of the prefrontal cortex can shape your destiny. The prefrontal cortex, the more you use it, we exhaust it though. And in the prefrontal cortex, there's certain things that happen in that area of our brain. One of them is, a couple of them are planning, right? In that part of our brain, that's what we plan, we personally develop, we make decisions, we strategically think in that part of our brain. This is all activity that's going on there. Choices come out of the prefrontal cortex, intent and full awareness. In the prefrontal cortex, we have the opportunity to power ourselves to a new level, right? And this is a part of personal development. So this is what happens. Once you establish a routine, the brain is smart enough to move without your instructions that routine to another area of the brain called the basal ganglia, which is associated with a variety of functions, including procedural learning and habit forming, right? Automatic processes. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you have a routine. You take a shower, you may say your prayers, you get dressed, you meditate, and you have breakfast. This is automatic for you. No one has to tell you not to get up out of the bed and walk out of your door with no clothes on, without combing your hair, brushing your teeth, and putting on your clothes. The reason why is because it's an automatic routine that's actually centered in your basal ganglia. So it's going to happen because it's automatic without you even thinking it's going to happen. But as a result, this is what happens. Once you establish a routine, you free up working space in the prefrontal cortex, reducing the incident of fatigue. What did I say? That in the prefrontal cortex, we experience fatigue. And the reason why we experience fatigue is because we don't have a routine that will automatically move to another part of our brain. You're freeing up working space, right? You're allowing for more energy for yourself and better concentration. So what happens if you don't have a routine? Well, your brain and your body is attempting to stabilize itself, right? You're working without a process and you're fighting exhaustion. And it's impossible to strategically think because there's too many things going on. How many times have you gone to the day and you feel just like that picture? You just want to put your head down on the desk and rest a moment. So we want to get to the point where we get it. So given the right stimulus, we can unlock a new us. I mentioned earlier that sometimes I hear my clients say that they've been trying to manage their time, but things keep coming up and they can't complete it. Well, just like I said, it is not your fault. But what you must do is create a routine that is powerful enough to overcome that hardwired methods that we already have in our brain that hold us back from controlling our time. Many of us have been unorganized for so long that is a stored hard wire in our brain. So the choice and intention must be to circumvent that hard wire, because your brain is the CEO of your body. You must stop allowing your brain to believe that not managing your time is normal, because what did I say? It is not. Modify your awareness and train your brain. So now, let me share with you a few surefire, guaranteed ways to help you get control of your time. And the first one is called time blocking. Time blocking is a period of focused work that eventually will become an automatic period of work for you. What happens is you establish a time during the day to do it consistently and do the things necessary to build your business, right? So when should you block? You should block the same time. Every single day, you should come up with a time of day I do 12 to 3, every single day where you consistently, automatically, okay, sit down at a particular place and do your work without disturbances. If you do it consistently enough, what will happen? your brain will believe you and say, okay, she really wants to do, or he really wants to do something different. So you have the focus block, right? So let's talk about the process. If you've never focus blocked before, never sat down and did a routine block of your time, what will happen is, I guarantee that it may be uncomfortable and it may not completely work the way you want it. So I recommend, if you're new to kind of sitting down at a particular time of day and just focusing on your work, that you start with 30 to 60 minutes. 3 hours should be the uppermost limit of your time. So which means that your block could be from 12 to 3, but if it's 3 hours, you need to take a break. And it should be determined based on your business, whatever business that you're working on. So what are the main questions that you need to ask yourself when you're in the block? What are the main things that I need to be working on? And when you're talking about a focused block of time, I'm not talking about checking your emails or on social media or returning cell phone calls. I'm talking about the main things that you need to work on. Who are the people that you need to talk to, right? Who are those people that you need to talk to during that focus block of time to get you to another level? And can I accomplish these things before the end of the day? Because if you can't, maybe what you need to do is, if you realize that it's something that may take 6 hours, you divide it into 2 days. Instead of trying to pound your brain and remember the fatigue the prefrontal cortex by trying to do everything at once. And the final question is, will I avoid the traps? And the traps are what? The distractions, the people, places, and things, the emails, the cell phone messages, the people calling for different reasons, right? Or the people jumping on your schedule that you don't expect. So those are the questions you need to ask yourself. And what other time blocks are available? How about meeting time blocks? Those are times of the day where you may want to schedule your meetings. So you have a focus block of time. You have something called meeting blocks. You want to block time off for meetings, because lots of times I find that my clients will schedule meetings on the basis of someone else's schedule, and they're not even taking into consideration their schedule. So have meeting blocks of time that work for you. Sometimes we have to adjust, right? We must meet other people's schedule, but most of the time, in order to be in control of your schedule, you need to control your own meeting blocks. And then you need to have me blocks. Me blocks are absolute times during the day for yourself to do things for you during the week, or once or twice a week, where you actually sit back and do something relaxing for yourself. And then, of course, you have responsive blocks, right? Responsive blocks are the times when you responded to the emails, etc. Okay, so that's strategy number 1, time blocking. Then you have the immutable law of 168 hours, and this is one of my absolute favorites. See, first of all, we all have the same amount of time, right? A week. We all have the same amount of time a week. And all of us know that, but not consciously. No matter how you manage your time, there are still only 168 hours in a week. That's it. That's all. All of us have the same thing. But the quality of your life will directly relate to how you spend your allotted time. So let's take an average. If we're usually average, let's say you sleep 7 hours a night or 49 hours a week, you're eating, you're dressing, and you're doing your chores 30 hours a week. All right, the total. So that comes to 79. So out of your 168 hours, remember, all of us have the same. If we minus the average of 79, you have 89 hours left of your time. So now let's take a look at that. So if I actually told you to do a brief review of this chart with your 89 hours, think for a moment. How many times do you spend commuting back and forth to work, driving, going to pick up your car, going down to your car, how about working your day job, right? Shopping, exercising, talking on the telephone, on the internet, on social media, family time, studying, reading, you time, right? Time for yourself. It'll quickly add up mentally. So what will happen is, and what happens all the time with people I work with, is they say, well, wait a minute, I'm way over 89 hours. I'm like way over 100 hours, right? But we know that's impossible because all of us have the same amount of hours every week. But let me ask you a question. Can you, with reasonable accuracy, even account for what you did last week? For reasonable accuracy. If I said, what were you doing last Thursday at 3 o'clock? Can you reasonably tell me what it was you were doing? Can you? If I said, okay, better yet, can you reasonably tell me what you were doing last Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? So the question becomes, do you even recall what you did last week? And did you really do anything for yourself? Did you really do the things that you really wanted to get done? So the question is, who is running your day? Who is running your day? Are you running it or is someone else running it? Someone else's agenda becomes your agenda. Maybe it's time to rethink of things. Maybe it's time to rethink. Are there activities that you need to rethink? Are there boundaries you need to establish? Are there things you need to get onto your calendar or things you need to eliminate to improve the quality of your life and the lives of the people that you love? Maybe it's time to rethink how you are spending your 168 hours because we all have the same amount of time. So this is just a quick testimony of a sister out of New Jersey, Jackie Johnson. She has a BS in management, and I work with her with helping her master her time. And she said, it's so funny, when I completed the 168-hour exercise, I realized I did not have control of my day or week. She said, I have not completely mastered my time yet, but I no longer not include time for myself. I also have identified the time wasters. So let's talk about strategy 3. We talked about time blocking. We talked about 168 hours. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about something called a reset strategy. So how can you rest and reset during the day? Because you always need to reset and you always need to recuperate. And it's not easy to kind of rest, have a strategy of resting to manage your time if you have a day job, if you have children to manage, you have a spouse to attend to, etc. And entrepreneurs who still work their day jobs, and not only that, in this new normal, working your day job from home, it is really very, very difficult to take a moment to rest, right? To manifest your dream. It is not always easy, but you can rest and recuperate. I share all the time that many of us as young children, we had parents or mothers who would say, go somewhere and sit down, right? Well, that's what I tell people all the time to do. Go somewhere and sit down, right? Settle yourself, settle your spirit, and allow yourself the time to regroup and refocus. Even as children, when our parents told us to go somewhere and sit down, what happened? Once we sat there for a moment, it took a moment for us to calm down. But once we did, and the time was up for us to be able to leave that space, we took off running because we were rejuvenated and we were able to refocus. If you are finding yourself working your day job from home in this new normal, maybe instead of stopping your day job, right, working, just your day job work, eating and jumping into your quote unquote real work, take a moment to rest in order to readjust, refocus, and breathe. I describe it like football. Sometimes you have to drop back 10 in order to punt. And I heard another guy say, sometimes, Sandy, you just need to take a knee and back up a moment. So resting during the day is a strategy to help you revive yourself, recuperate, and get back into doing the thing that you need to do for yourself. And then we have what I call the evening reset. The evening reset begins at what I call the power down moment of the day. So you really should have a power up routine in the morning. And then at the end of the day, you should have what I call a power down routine. Like for myself, when I wake up in the morning, I always count from 1 to 10, right? I count up 1, 2, 3, 4. I count up to 10. And that's how I begin to power up before I get into my routine. But when I get to the end of the day, guess what I do? I do the reverse. I begin to power down and I count from 10, 9, 8, and I go down to 1. But what happens during this power down routine? I say every single day, in order to get control of your time, your mind, your body, and your spirit, you need to have your own personal debrief. Because you debrief with everyone else, so why not debrief with yourself? So what happens during the debrief? Well, during the debrief, it should be a 5 to 10 minutes at the end of your workday where you say, you know what, I need to just back off for a minute and regroup. So you're going to go through any open task. And I said go through specifically because you're not going to work on those tasks. You're going to just go through the open tasks to make a decision on what you need to move over to your next focused block of time the following day. And that allows you to do the next step, which is plan the day or check in. And also doing a debrief, you just want to check in with yourself. You want to see how you're feeling. And I tell people all the time, think about the good things that happened during the day, right? And then you have the debrief questions. What was good today? And I always was good because there is no reason for you to go to sleep with what wasn't good on your mind, because then you can't sleep. So focus on the good. At the end of the day, you want to focus on those high things, those things that make you feel good, the things that helped you learn something, the thing that help you improve something in your workflow or the things you're trying to do. And then you want to think about, how's my day look tomorrow? Right? What are the things that I need to accomplish tomorrow during this evening debrief? And then finally, what makes me feel good versus not so good, right? And what have I learned today? So as you move past the evening debriefs and head toward the end of your day, remember it's all about managing your time, right? Then you have to think about, how do I get to the next level of rest? Because most people can't sleep at night. They're up all night, working all night. And I tell people all the time that, understand it, that pulling all-nighters to do your work, that should be the exception. And it certainly shouldn't be the rule. You should not be working all night long on a regular basis. But as you move toward this hour, this total rest hour, a simple routine will work for you, right? It could be as simple as, I'll have a cup of tea, right? Maybe you're going to journal. Maybe you're praying. Maybe you're taking a bath. Maybe you're lighting a candle. What will begin to happen, because let's go back to the original premise about your brain is the CEO, and your brain needs a routine before it will believe that you're serious about doing things that you do consistently. I guarantee you that once you have a routine to power down, at a certain time, you'll begin to yawn. Every night, because I've been doing this for so long, at a certain time, whether my body physically feels tired or not, I begin to yawn because my brain understands that I'm getting ready to power down. And guess what will happen? Your brain will prompt your body to prepare to sleep. If a consistent routine has convinced the brain that you are ready, then your body will obey. So ask yourself these 3 questions when you get ready to go to bed at night. Am I taking the time to get a good night's rest and restore my body, my mind, and my spirit? Am I doing things before I sleep to sabotage my sleep so that I won't sleep at night? I know I've realized the last couple of weeks, I have actually sabotaged my sleep. And I have come to the point where I could consider myself a master of time management. But guess what? I've been watching all this news going on and I find myself tossing and turning. So I've sabotaged my own sleep. So now I don't do it anymore. I watch once a day just to find out what's going on, and that's the end of it. And that's early enough in the day, so it doesn't impact the rest of my evening. And there's some things that I absolutely just don't listen to at all. The third question you ask yourself, what changes or tweaks must you make immediately to make sure that you're going in the right direction? So let me just quickly recap. You got to train your brain, right? Get a consistent routine. You want a time block. You want to master your 168 hours, right? Because that's all you have and that's all everyone else has. You may need to rethink how you're managing your time. And then you want to find a time during the day to make sure you're resetting and you make sure you're resting. But even with a routine, let me assure you, you need a system to create massive resources in your business. So I want you to hold on to your seat right now. Listen, don't dare leave. As master teacher, Ryan McCray, you know they send a front runner, they send me as a front runner, because what's getting ready to come behind me, I guarantee you. Ryan McCray is a digital marketing giant who taught me everything that I know. And he's about to teach you about online marketing and making money while you sleep. So I'm going to turn this over to him. And I think I stopped it right and send him. Yep. And here we go, Ryan. Here we go.
Thank you so much. So do me a favor, everyone. If you enjoyed Dr. Sandy's part of the presentation, please type a yes in the chat. Please type I did, something that was fire. We got some people on Facebook. Feel free to put some emojis up, something, because she killed it. I literally got my pen and paper in my hand. It's like she gave so much great information because, all of us need to be able to master our time to get more done. How many of you feel like your day runs you up late, you're always trying to get a million things done, and you seem like you never have enough time, not to mention family, kids, other things. You may still have a full-time job. So thank you so much, Dr. Sandy, for giving us this great information. I know people loved it. Someone said, can we get a copy of the slides? I don't know about that, but people are definitely loving it. So I'm going to go out and share my screen, and then we'll get into the second half of the presentation. Okay, so let me, you have to be the host again, and I'll get a screen check. Make sure you can see my screen. So if you can see my screen, do me a favor, type a yes in the chat, type something. I got some people also on Facebook. So people on Facebook say yes. A lot of people going crazy on Facebook said, but you were great. I learned some things I didn't know, and I'm a know-it-all. Okay, great. So let me bring up my chat. There we go. All right, so you can see my screen. Yes. Do me a favor, everyone, type all panelists and attendees. When you type in the chat on the Zoom, please type all panelists and attendees. That's all panelists and attendees. That way everyone can see. So how many of you want to learn about online marketing, making money online? If that's you, type a yes in the chat, type a me, type an emoji, type a, some hearts, some likes, something like that. If you want to know, want to learn how to make money online, please type a yes in the chat. Chris says, I'm ready for it. People saying yes. Again, do me a favor. Please go to all panelists and attendees. All panelists and attendees, when you type in the chat, that way everyone can see your comments. Carolyn says, as always, Sadie's brilliance is only matched by her spirit. Yes, she is brilliant. I'm honored to be able to do this presentation with her. Definitely love, like I said, I took my notes as well. Chris says, yes, get more sales in my online school. Okay, great. So we're going to definitely talk about online sales and marketing, digital marketing, how you can make more money online and automate your process. So tonight we'll talk about the 3 secrets. So secret number 1 is why this online sales system is the only way to grow your company online. Secret number 2 is how to automate the follow-up process. How many of you want to automate your follow-up process? You got people coming in, you got leads, you got clients, but you can't figure out how to follow up with them and still manage your clients at the same time. So how many of you want to learn that? And then secret number 3 will be how to get online traffic all day, every day, even when you are sleeping. So how many of you want to make money while you're sleeping? Let me know in the chat if you want to make money while you are sleeping. You want to make sure we're in the right virtual room tonight. See a lot of me's coming in. Great. So we're going to, be talking about these 3 secrets. I'm going to share them again, just so you have in mind. These are the 3 secrets that we will be sharing tonight. So you may be saying, okay, this sounds good. I see you're quote unquote the funnel doctor, digital marketing giant, whatever the case may be. But who are you and why should I listen to you? So again, my name is Ryan McCrary. I'm a former licensed investment professional turned full-time digital marketing entrepreneur. I worked in finance for many years. I have my Series 7, Series 63 licenses, but I've since left corporate America and now I run my business full-time online. I've sold thousands of copies of my book, Mind Over Money. How many of you already had a copy of my book? Let me know in the chat. I know some folks in here may have. I've taught thousands of students online. I work with hundreds of clients up close in person, my done for you clients in e-com, info products, people that do live events, service-based, professional services, accountants, lawyers, stuff like that. But I also have a strong passion for teaching online sales and marketing to new and seasoned entrepreneurs. So here's a stat that I pulled not too long ago about the trillions of dollars that are being circulated online. So in 2020, it's probably more now because of Corona and COVID and more people doing stuff online. I've seen an article where Jeff Bezos made 150 billion during quarantine, 150 billion just in like 2 month span, stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of people were saying, you know, my business is shut down. You know, it's the worst time ever. It's a depression, it's a recession, it's quarantine. But at the same time, it's tons and tons of companies that are actually thriving, that are like 10, 20, 30x in the revenue, that making tons and tons of money online. They're pivoting because they know how to use these online strategies. So I will say, if you're not utilizing online strategies for your business, you must not like money. You must want to go out of business. So in 2020, expected to be 2.91 trillion. So if you would like a piece of the 2.91 trillion that will be made this year online, please type a yes or a me or put an emoji or something in the chat. Let me check the chat. Yeah, I see the me's coming in. Me. Yeah, of course. Just want to make sure we're in the right virtual room tonight. So again, just remind you, 3 secrets why this online sales system is the only way to grow your company online, how to automate the follow-up process, and how to get traffic to your website online all day, every day, even when you're sleeping. So we're going to go to secret number 1. So why this online sales system is the only way to grow your company online. So we'll be talking about online sales funnels. So who already knows what a sales funnel is? You may have heard of it. Yes, I know what it is. I have a sales funnel that does 7 figures, or I have no idea what that is. I kind of heard about it, stuff like that. Who in here already knows what a sales funnel is? Let me know just so I can gauge the room. Chris says, yes, I need one. Let me know. Let's get a Facebook check. How y'all feeling on Facebook? Don't know. Okay, great. So sales funnel, specifically online, is just a step-by-step process that allows you to bring your potential customer one step closer to your offer and a buying decision through a series of marketing actions like automated emails, videos, articles, landing pages that will do the selling for you. So there are several steps to a funnel. We won't get into the nuances today about top of the funnel, middle, bottom, stuff like that. But it's basically just a step-by-step process to sell your products and services. That's it. But the problem is a lot of people, we don't have like actual systems to sell our products and services. We may have a product or a service, but we're just selling it at face value. We're selling one price point, one product or one service, but we're not thinking of a way to actually get people in from like, I'm interested in something to like, I'm actually becoming a customer. You know, do you nurture someone that may just be interested? They may be a lead, but how do you convert them into a customer? And then once they become a customer, how do we upsell them? How do we get them into more products and services that we offer? You should never, in any bit, I don't care what business that you're in, you should never be offering one thing at one price point and that's it. Never. Make sure you have different touch point, different values, different prices for your products and services. So here's an example of a sales funnel I've used in my business, a 2-step tripwire funnel. Don't be confused by the name. It's kind of like having a low price product just to get people in the door. And then you offer them multiple different things before they can check out. So this is what like I did with my book. We did a free plus shipping 2-step tripwire funnel. So the book is free. You just cover the shipping. Once someone goes in and puts the card information just to pay for the shipping for the book, before they can check out, we have two different things. Actually, it was 3 different things that we offered them before they would check out. We had an order bump that was like $37, $97, $197, different products at different price points. It's not just about coming and get a free book. So again, as soon as someone would come in, we would offer them multiple different things, a coaching program, consulting program, stuff like that, just to get, more of my products and services in more people's hands. But to get them in, we use the free book. Just trying to check my chat. Okay, so as a result of that sales funnel, 20% of people who purchased my book took at least one of the upsells. Over 3,000 books sold in less than a year. This was we launched this in 2018. Over 6,000 leads collected and get paid to acquire customers. So how many of you watch Shark Tank? Let me know. I used to watch it. I don't watch as much as I used to, but how many of you watch Shark Tank? Let me know if you do, if you have, if you still watch, whatever the case may be. Just let me know in the chat. Sometimes. And what's the question that they always ask? They always ask, especially Mr. Wonderful, what is the question that they always ask people that come on there trying to get an investment? Not consistently, but sometimes. Watch. Okay, I see some yes. Well, the question that they always ask, ROI, they do ask, like, what's the ROI going to be? They definitely ask about a return. They definitely ask the revenue, stuff like that. But one of the questions that they always ask is, what is your cost to acquire a customer? What is your customer acquisition cost? Like, what if you spend money on ads or Facebook or whatever, direct mail, whatever, how much does it cost to actually get someone to buy your product or service? But this is something that I see a lot of our businesses, Black-owned businesses, whatever, we don't talk about customer acquisition costs enough. But when you have the right funnel, you can actually get paid to acquire customers. So if someone like buys my book, at the time it was costing about $12, $13 to get someone to buy my book. But from that, we were making about $26 from someone taking one of the upsells. So that's about $14 profit net that we make coming in for people getting the book and getting one of the upsells. But now I can introduce them to many other things that I offer. Coaching programs, done for you services, funnels, ads, all that type of stuff. But we can acquire them at a profit. Let me know if this is making sense. We're about to start speeding up a little bit faster. Let me know if y'all still with me. Let me know, type something in the chat. So you may be saying, okay, that sounds good, but I don't sell books. I'm not an author. I don't want to write a book. And I'll be honest, I'm writing my second book right now. Writing a book is a process. It's a lot. But the good news is that it doesn't just work for books. It works for e-commerce, physical products, service-based, coaching programs, consulting services, t-shirts, apparels, beauty brands, local brick and mortar businesses. I got clients in all, a lot of different niches that are using sales funnels to grow their business. So here are just some other examples of sales funnels. So for those of you that said, like, I don't know what a funnel is, like I heard of it, but I don't necessarily know what it is. Everyone knows what it is. You just may not know it in context. So how many of you have ever went to go buy an airline ticket? Maybe not right now, because you may still be in quarantine, but those of you that have bought an airline ticket before, you see that once you go in, before you can check out, they offer you multiple different things. Do you want trip insurance? Do you want first class, business class? Do you want a hotel? Do you want a rental car? Do you want so many other things? They offer you multiple different things before you can check out. You ever go to a dentist office and, you hear they may just want, to get you in for a free cleaning. You hear all the time, come in, get a free cleaning, whatever the case may be. And once you're in there now, hopefully they're not offering you something that you don't need. But once you get in there, they want to offer you, they want to take x-rays. They want to do a deeper cleaning. They want to do, they want to fill cavities. They may want to do a root canal, so many different other things. It's not just about the free cleaning. They want to use that to get you in the door. And once you're in, they want to offer you multiple different things. It's kind of like when you go to McDonald's and you ask for a cheeseburger. And as soon as you get that, they say, do you want fries and a drink with that? So we need to be adding the fries and a drink to our businesses, whatever we sell. If we do carpet cleaning, offer different things that you can upsell with that, turn into a membership where you can do it X amount of times a month. There's so many different things It's not just about, come in, get your teeth cleaned, and then that's it. No, we want to get you in the door, and then we want to offer you multiple other things to get you in the rest of our funnel. Here are just a few other examples, like with GoDaddy. How many of you have ever went to get a domain from GoDaddy and they say, okay, get a domain for 99 cents, and you get that, but before you can check out, they're offering you like a lot of different things. You got whatever you got .com, but they want, do you want .net? Do you want .co? Do you want whatever the case may be? Do you want your domain for like 5 years? You want it private? You don't want a domain that's public. They're offering you so many other things. They have a step-by-step process to bring you along the customer journey. Is this making sense? Let's get a post check in the chat. Let me know if this is making sense. If it's making sense, with you, yes. Let me know on Facebook too. Put some likes up, some hearts up, some emojis. If you haven't shared this already, please share this conversation. Put it on your page, your Facebook page, your business page, and your Facebook group, your private group. Please share this out. So here's the last example in this part is Vistaprint. So I bought a lot of business cards from Vistaprint in the past, and they say get your business cards for $9.99, something very, very cheap. But before you can check out, they're offering you multiple other things. Do you want a mouse pad? Do you want? I think they do websites and stuff now, but they even sell T-shirts and stuff. They're trying to offer you, mugs and other type of promotional items that you may need. It's not just about coming in to get some like $10 business cards. So now I'll talk about some actual tools to build your funnel, because you may say, okay, this sounds good, I'm in, but like, what do I actually need? Like, what different tools and softwares are out there for me to actually build an online sales funnel? So here are, some of them. There are tons and tons of tools I could talk about. I could do a whole training just on tools, but here are just some of the tools that I recommend. ClickFunnels, ConvertTree, Shopify, UShare360, which is Black owned. Shout out to them. Lead Pages, Infusionsoft for Keep, Zipify Pages, all the e-commerce folks like that. Entreport, Thrivecart. There are so many. There's Kartra. Kartra's getting popular, even though I'm not a big fan of Kartra, but Kartra's getting popular. There's so many different tools that you can use. Me personally, I like ClickFunnels the best. That's the one that I use. But at the end of the day, it's really, less about the tools and more about the process. What is your sales process? What type of business do you have? Do you sell courses? Are you service? Are you e-commerce? Depending on your business and your sales process, is a greater impact on what actual tool you should use. So we're gonna go to secret number 2. So how to automate the follow-up process. So again, let me, if you want to automate the follow-up process in your business, please type a yes in the chat. Dr. Sandy says, Master on Vistaprint now too. Exactly. Yes. Valerie says yes. Chris says yes. Okay, good. Just want to make sure we're in the right virtual room tonight. So yeah, secret number 2, how to automate the follow-up process. So here's my professional background before I became an entrepreneur. I have a degree from Temple University, bachelor's degree in sociology. Yeah, it's crazy. Sociology, not online sales and marketing, not entrepreneurship. I don't have an MBA. After that, I worked at a company called Prudential out in Horsham, PA. Worked with annuities, and then I worked at a company called Vanguard for many years, dealing with stocks, bonds, investments, but like not in business, not online sales and marketing. I wasn't an automation specialist or an IT person, stuff like that. So, a lot of people think, well, I'm not an IT person. I'm not a tech person. I don't know all this online tactic stuff like that. This is definitely not my background. So if I can learn this, anybody can learn this stuff. So you may say, okay, well, what exactly is online automation? So online automation or marketing automation is the use of software and web-based services to execute, manage, and automate marketing tasks and processes. It replaces manual, like repetitive marketing processes, email, social media, different website actions with purpose-built software and application geared to performance. So that can be like email, text, messenger bots, like ManyChat. There are different types of messenger bots. How many of you got an email reminding you about this training. Yes, that was automated. I didn't manually send that out. A lot of time, no, I don't think we did it this time, but usually we may do text alerts or stuff like that, or if someone signs up for your newsletter or your opt-in offer or whatever, you can have different things automatically following up with them. When I have my e-commerce store that I don't really run anymore, I'm focused on building my agency. When I had my e-commerce store and people would buy like some apparel or t-shirts from me, there will be like an automated email that will go out to them thanking them, giving them a coupon code for their next purchase. It was very personalized, and people always will respond back like, "Thank you, Ryan. Like, so great. I want to buy more, and thank you for following up with me and thanking me and stuff like that." And I will always just be like, "Yeah, that's great." Like, but that wasn't me. I didn't manually do that. That was automatically set up. So as soon as you purchase from me, you get that email. So this is imperative to have in our businesses. And a lot of people think, well, I'm in a different type of business, or I don't necessarily need that. But I'm be honest with you, every single business needs that. Whether you're a coach, service provider, has here's somebody here has an online course that they have, e-commerce, of course, whatever touch point you have. If someone downloads your free thing, if someone buys your course, if someone schedules a call with you, if someone buys your beauty product, you need some type of automated follow-up, either thanking them, welcoming them, or taking them to the next step of the funnel, especially if people come in as leads and they don't actually become customers right away. So as entrepreneurs, of course, we have a million things going on. Our task, like Dr. Sandy said, is full. We have to manage our time better. So you may forget, but an automated system will not. So that is why all this ties in together. When you can master your time, when you can take control of your day, and then, in turn, take control of your business by actually automating it, have different systems in place, that is how you can really grow and scale. So here are some tools for automation that you can use. ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, where they go by Keep now, Salesforce, which is a monster, HubSpot, Entreport, so many different, I can name like 1,000 other tools. Me personally, the ones I like the best are Infusionsoft and ActiveCampaign. Those are the two I like the best. But these are some tools that you can use, and they don't really cost that much. A lot of people think, well, it's going to cost too much, or whatever the case may be. But depending on what type of functions you need, how many contacts and people in your database, maybe 50, 100, maybe $200 a month. But at the same time, you can't build an empire of trying to get free tools all the time. You see a tool like a MailChimp or something like that is not on here. Nothing wrong with MailChimp. A lot of people use it, but that has limited capabilities. Once we're talking about people that really want to grow thriving businesses. This is not for people that just want to do some, whatever stuff on the side, or, like if I do build a business, I don't, if we grow, we don't. No, this is for people that want to build massive companies and really make a change in the community, to hire people and really get their products and services to the masses. So if you want to do that, you have to invest in tools like that that will really take your business to the next level. Okay, so just to continue on with automation. So you need to systemize your workflows. It allows you to hire like team members and outsource stuff easier, because if you're trying to hire people or bring people in, if everything's all cluttered, if you have no system, it's going to be very hard to bring people on board. You definitely need to systemize the customer experience. How many of y'all know manual labor is overwhelming? It's overwhelming trying to do everything manually. Everything runs through you. You don't have enough automation, stuff like that. That stuff is overwhelming. And like Dr. Sandy said, like that will really overwork you. So, it's time for you to work smarter, not harder. A lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna just work harder and I'm gonna put in an extra 14 hours, whatever the case may be. But at some point, like it's time to really build like a real CEO. It's time to work a lot more smarter, strategic. It's not just about like hustling and stuff like that no more. Okay, so also, when you have automation, it makes you a lot more scalable, and it will increase your revenue. So how many of you want to make more money in your business? If you want to make more money in your business, type a yes, type a me. Like I said, some likes, some hearts, some emojis, or something like that if you want to increase revenue in your business. Okay, I see the yeses, the emojis, absolutely. Okay, great. Let's continue on. So secret number 3, how to get online traffic to your website or funnel all day, every day, even when you are sleeping. So again, I'm gonna ask, who wants to make money while they're sleeping? If you want to make money while you're sleeping, type me or yes in the chat. Okay. See some yeses coming in. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Okay, great. So we're going to talk about online traffic. So what is online traffic? So there are 3 main ways to get traffic online. You could like build it, that's to grow it organically. You could borrow it or like leverage it from like an influencer or something like that. Or you can just buy it. This is just talking about paid ads. How many of y'all saw this training from an ad you saw on Facebook or Instagram, something like that? You might see a lot of my ads flowing, and Dr. Sandy had ads and stuff running. So that is just, buying your way in, actually utilizing paid traffic to get in front of your customer. So organic traffic, let's talk about that first. So organic traffic is very slow. It's a long process, but this builds your true fans, supporters, and customers. So there's a lot of debate on the online space of like organic traffic is dead. We shouldn't do it. I'm gonna just spend money on Facebook ads. I don't gotta do anything organically. But the reality is you actually need to do both. So yes, I know you may have a Facebook page that has like 5,000, 10,000, 20, whatever thousand people follow it and like it. But when you post something, only like 100 people see it. Like 200 people see, you see your reach is like very, very small compared to your followers and people that like your page. For example, my page, on Facebook has close to 5,000 fans now. We're streaming this out. We have like the most we had on here, I think was like 10 or so people like that. I know it's, reaching a couple of people. I've seen it may have reached like 300, 400, 500 people so far. But at the same time, it's like, 5,000 people that follow my page. So this is just organically. We may push some paid traffic to get more people to watch this, which, we definitely can do. But organic is still important to do because this is how you get your ride or die fans, supporters, customers, and stuff like that. Also, you definitely want to be building your email list. This is key. I can do an entire training on list building and building your email list and why it's so important. So that is something that you definitely need to do. Build your email list. Also with organic traffic, some of the hacks that are still out there to, get reach organically are Facebook groups. Facebook groups are still thriving. If you don't already have a Facebook group, you definitely should have a Facebook group. There are multiple different types of Facebook groups. You have a private group, like a closed group, a public group. I think there's a few other type of groups you can have, but this is great for community building, maybe making something exclusive with your VIP customers, stuff like that. But, everybody should have a Facebook group. Also, I feel, some people think, well, Facebook group won't necessarily work for my business, but I think is a way that you can make it work for any type of business that you have. Me, I was honestly kind of late to get into the Facebook group party. I should have got in years before I did, but even now I run a lot of Facebook groups. Most of them now are like Pride, favorite client groups. We still have some free groups and stuff like that, but I run tons and tons of Facebook groups as well. So this is where you can still, reach people organically. Also, Instagram stories. Instagram stories are extremely important, extremely effective. This is the way you can still get reach, even if you do some paid ads. You can get, in a story of someone for a lot cheaper than, other different ways to generate traffic. So that's something as well. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is growing so much every day. I'm getting tons and tons of people that connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn's growing. So this is just another place where you can actually grow and see some reach organically. Pinterest is another one. I'm not really a specialist on Pinterest, but I've heard a lot of stuff about Pinterest. Also, it's important to utilize these platforms because we know, a lot of these platforms are crowded. Facebook, Instagram, yeah, they're great. And we'll talk about, you can definitely utilize paid ads, but a lot of these platforms are crowded. And I feel like maybe platforms like Pinterest or LinkedIn aren't necessarily as crowded. So you can get in front of more people, maybe at cheaper or in a different way. Also, you can still do blog posts, podcasts, which are extremely effective. So that's just some great ways to just, get traffic to your funnel or to your business, your website, your offer, your product organically. Now we'll talk about actually borrowing traffic, like leveraging traffic. So that can be through JV partnerships. Like this right now is a great example of a great joint venture partnership with me and Dr. Sandy. Could be through like affiliate marketing, where it's like you have a product or service and you get people to promote it, you give them a commission or vice versa. Social media influencers, I've been blessed to be able to build relationships with some great influencers, people that have, great followings on social media, massive email list, stuff like that. Also, you can leverage the Dream 100 concept, where you can like identify your top, dream people who you would love to promote you, that have your dream customers, and you can utilize that. Always want to offer value first if you're trying to build a relationship with someone who has a massive platform or email list or following or podcast, something like that. You got to think like, why, what's in it for them to promote you. So always offer value first. That is the great way to build a relationship. Also, in lieu of that, you still want to build your own platform. So you still want to build your following, your lists, your customer list, your whatever, on multiple different social media channels. You still want to build your platform. Make sure if you are leveraging traffic or relationships, one thing is you don't want to be just relying on that. If you're only relying on someone else's traffic source, that can leave you vulnerable. Let's say the relationship goes south, or their engagement with their customers is all for something like that. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure it's a reciprocal relationship, a win-win situation. Now we're going to get into the fun part. We'll talk about actual paid ads, paid traffic, stuff like that. So let me ask you a question. If you gave me $1 and I gave you $2 back, how many dollars would you give me? Let's see who's following along. If you gave me $1 and I gave you $2 back, how many dollars would you give me? Unlimited, okay. Danielle is following along. She is the star student. She's the A student. Yes, I ask this question all the time, and people were like, well, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, $1 million. Camille says none. But the answer is yes. Oh yeah, all the dollars that you have. If you gave me $1 and every single time you gave me $1, I gave you $2 back, you would give that person unlimited amounts of dollars because they're going to double your money every single time. So that's kind of like when you utilize paid advertising, paid traffic the right way. So this is a mindset shift that I had to have for myself. People always think like Facebook ads, like I'm spending $100 or $200, $500, $1,000. I know people that spend literally thousands of dollars a day on Facebook ads and stuff like that. But it's not just about what you're spending. Think about what you're getting in return. If you spend $1,000 a day on Facebook ads, but you're making $2,000 a day or $5,000, $10,000 a day, of course you want to spend that. And when you have the right funnel in place, you really don't have an advertising budget. You really don't have an advertising budget. So that is the beautiful thing about paid advertising. That doesn't mean every single time you put a Facebook ad, you're going to make money. No, not necessarily. But when you have the right strategy, you can put $1 in and make $2 or $3 or $5, $10, whatever the case may be, in return when you utilize paid ads the right way. So paid traffic is when any lead or customer visits your website or funnel after you have spent money to get them there. So that could be a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, Google AdWords, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, stuff like that. There are multiple different sources that you can do or get for paid traffic. So me personally, I like Facebook and Instagram ads the best right now for many different reasons, but currently they're the lowest cost way to get eyes on your products and services. A lot of us have great products and services, but not enough people know that it exists. This is something that I run into all the time with a lot of my clients. They have great products, great services, great things. When they do get in front of people or people hear about them, they convert, they make money. People love their products and services, but the problem is not enough people know about it. If you're saying, listen, I'm not making money online, 9 times out of 10, anytime someone says, well, my online store, my online business, my funnel, it's just not making money. And I always go to, okay, well, how many people are visiting your website every day? Well, yesterday we had like 60 people to our website. Well, that's not enough. The number shows that 97% of the people that visit your website for the first time will not purchase. So if 100 people come and you get 1, 2 purchases, even if nobody purchases, that's actually correct. That's what the numbers show. So you need to have enough people to see your products and services. And currently with Facebook and Instagram ads, and prices have actually even decreased even more because a lot, the pandemic, people are sucking money out of the pool, they're firing the marketing department, which is crazy, stuff like that. But currently it's the lowest cost way to get eyes on your product and service. There is a direct to consumer relationship that a lot of people don't tap into enough. Now, in the old days, if you wanted to write a book or you wanted to have a clothing line or something like that, you almost had to get to the gatekeepers. You almost had to get someone to publish your book. You almost had to get into like a retail location and stuff like that. But now we have direct to consumer. Like, look, there are athletes that are being drafted right now and saying, I don't want a contract with Nike. I don't want a contract with Adidas. I have millions of followers on Instagram. Why won't I just sell my product directly to people? I don't have to get a middleman. So we need to understand the climate that we are in, and we need to utilize these tools. Also, not to mention, these platforms have billions and billions of users on them. So your customer that you're looking for is probably on one of these platforms. And also with Facebook and Instagram ads, which we won't have time tonight to really do a deep dive, which I would like to do. Like I said, we won't have time to really do that tonight. But you can target demographically, geographically, psychographically, behaviorally. All this comes back to your customer avatar, knowing exactly who you want to serve. And once you know that, you can target all that stuff on Facebook based on age, gender, interests, likes, other pages that they like, psychographics, how do they feel, behaviors, all that type of stuff. That is all the stuff that you can target on Facebook and Instagram. So here's just an overview on this stuff. Some, main things you want to take note of. Talk about the pixels, Facebook pixels. How many of you ever went to a website when you bought something or a pair of shoes or something like that? You might have bought them or didn't, and you added to cart or something, but you didn't purchase them. And then as soon as you go on Facebook, that's right in your feed. Well, that's because they got the pixel on you. They're tracking activity on the website. They know you visited. They know you bought something. They know you added to cart, stuff like that. Also, you can build custom audiences based on like your email list. You can upload that to Facebook and market to those people. You have a customer list. You can market to those people on Facebook. Other audiences based on people that engage with you, that watch your videos. You can build audiences around all that stuff. And then you can also build lookalikes. So people that look like your people on your email list. People that look like people that are already customers. People that look like, customers that have already purchased from you. All that type of stuff. This stuff gets very, very deep. And then there's like audience insights where you can look at other people's audience and see what they like and demographics. Look at your campaign objective. Like, what is the objective of your Facebook campaign? Is it to get clicks? A lot of people say, well, I'm not getting any purchases. I'm not getting leads. I'm not getting people to register for my event. And then you look, it's like the Facebook ad is optimized for clicks and traffic, where you're telling Facebook you want people to click and just visit your website, not necessarily to become a lead or purchase. So you want to make sure your objective is correct. And then, make sure your targeting is correct. Like I said, you can target on so many different things. And then making sure you have a tight creative, your video, your image, your copy, your headline, making sure all that is intact. So Let me know if y'all still with me, if it's some great information, if you're getting like a lot of value out of this. Please type a yes in the chat. Okay, I see some yeses coming in. Yes. Okay, just want to make sure. Learning a lot. So how many of you are feeling like this? Like, this dude is talking really fast. He's talking about a lot of information. Dr. Sandy shared so much information on stuff that I need to be doing. You know, it sounds good, but it's like when it comes back to my actual day and so many things going on, like how many of you are feeling like this? Like it was so much information, it was like overwhelming. Let me know if you're feeling like this at all. Or you may be feeling like this, like, okay, you know, this is not necessarily overwhelming. This is intriguing, but it's like, you know, I need to learn more. I need to take a deeper dive. Like, I really need Dr. Sandy to really get my life together. You know, I really need to know, like, in depth, like how this Facebook ad stuff works so I can really start generating traffic and clicks and, you know, money and all that type of stuff. I really need an actual sales funnel. I want to actually implement the strategies. Some of you may be feeling like this. So we have put together just a special offer for everyone tonight. If you invest tonight, you know, special offer week, we're giving so much value out of this for those that want to take the next level. And it's at a no-brainer price for those that, you know, really want to, you know, implement these strategies and use these resources and actually use this in your businesses. We do have a special offer for tonight. If you would like us to share the offer, you know, do I have your permission to share the offer? Just take about 5-10 minutes to actually share the special offer that we put together for everyone tonight. If I can do that, please type a yes in the chat. Okay, see some yeses coming in. You know, just let us know because, you know, we definitely know this information. We are implementing these strategies. I've personally seen for years now the power of sales funnels. Dr. Sandy shared, of course, time is worth way more than money. So if you really want to, you know, actually implement this stuff, because at the end of the day, like information alone is not enough. You know, the information is great. It's great that you learn this information. You may have had a transformation, a breakthrough tonight already, but if you don't actually like implement this stuff and actually like do this stuff, you're actually not going to grow. You're not going to get anywhere. People are going to blow by. Like I said, it's people that are making 6, 7, like tons and tons of money during this time, during pandemic, because they pivoted, they understand these strategies, but it's all about taking action. So I see some yeses coming in. Okay, so what we have is the time management mastery and online sales system pack. You know, so for those of you that actually like want like the full-blown trainings of this, like actual, you know, have the actual system and the blueprint and everything of how to actually set this stuff up, we have that for you tonight. So here's what you're going to get. You will first get Dr. Sandy's master class, the actual Immutable Law 168 hours master class, where she, you know, takes a deep dive on how, like, you know, top executives like Rosalind Brewer, Jeff Bezos. Like I said, Jeff Bezos just made 150 billion during the pandemic. 150 billion during the pandemic. So if you want to learn how top executives like him and Tim Cook from Apple get so much done in the same, we all got the same 24 hours. If you want to know that, she will give you that course for free. Once you get in this special offer tonight, that's value $297, probably more like a $997, something like that. Also, she has another masterclass that you're going to get for free, the art of time blocking. So the art of time blocking, how to accomplish the 20% tasks that deliver 80% of the results. How many of you ever heard of the Pareto principle or like the 80-20 rule of, like, you know, 80% of the stuff that you do actually happens from, like, I guess 20% of your action, stuff like that, or even in business, 80% of your revenue is usually made up from like 20% of your customers. So really understanding that stuff, you will get this course for free tonight. That's valued at $297. It's probably more like a $997, stuff like that. You'll also get 2 workbooks. These are great workbooks, valued at $30. It's probably more than that. Mastering Time, the Key to Productivity, and Finding Your Purpose and Identifying Success. So we want to give you all the resources, the blueprint, the trainings, everything like that, so you can really implement these strategies and really get stuff done and really grow your business. How many of you seriously want to grow your business? Also, she has the time management strategy checklist, everything like that. This is valued at $29. This is definitely underpriced. It's valued a lot more than that. But this is just, you know, the checklist, the time blocking form, stuff like that. Because seriously, if you want to like really grow and scale your business, you have to get serious about your time. Time is everything. You need to treat your time like you're the president of the United States, whatever the case may be. During the day when I'm working and stuff like that, I'm not answering phone calls. I'm not answering text messages. I'm not in Facebook Messenger unless it's clients and stuff like that. You need to really take control of your time. So that is really the secret. How do you see like why is someone more successful than the other? Is really comes down to time management. Like seriously, when I really got serious about my time management, when I wasn't working corporate no more and I didn't have a paycheck every 2 weeks, I had to get serious about my time. No, I couldn't watch basketball, football when I wanted. No, I couldn't binge watch Power every time I wanted. No, I can't hang out and go to the club as much as I wanted. Like I need to get serious about my time because I seriously want to grow and scale a real business. Also, you'll get the Amazon Journal, Girl Meets Goals. You'll get that for free. That is valued at $15, probably more than that as well. And in addition to all that stuff, you will get my complete sales funnel online training. This is where we go deep dive on different types of funnels, product funnels, e-commerce funnels, tripwire funnels, how to set up an actual tripwire low ticket funnel, high ticket funnels. You may be selling coaching or courses and stuff that are a little higher ticket. You may need to bring people through an application process and how that funnel is laid out and stuff like that, and all the other different types of funnels and how to implement them and how to actually build them so you can really have a funnel that is bankable. You'll also get my sales funnels templates. So once you understand funnels and what type of funnel, the funnel you need for your business, I will give you the actual templates that you can actually use. So the actual landing pages, the websites that you can use to collect leads, sales. All you got to do is swap out the copy, put your video instead of a different video. It's about 80% of the work done. All you got to do is actually use the template so then you can actually put it out there and have a funnel for your business. Total value 1197, probably even more than that. So, you know, that is a lot of resources and stuff that we give you. So if all that did was just help you put $1 in advertising and $2 back, like would it be worth it like $1,000? Like seriously, if all that did was, you know, have you, you know, give you the ability to get more done, get that main like one thing done. Like have you ever read the book Eat That Frog? How to actually like eat that frog and get like the big project that you're always thinking about all the time. Like if you could like get that done, would that be worth like $1,000, $1,100? Like, please let me know if you know you have more time to spend with your family, your kids. It's summertime, go on vacation, do all that type of stuff, and have an actual business where you have a funnel. You know, you understand the strategies and ads and stuff like that, where you're getting visitors to your website and purchases, stuff like that on autopilot. Would it be worth like $1,000? If it is, please type yes. This stuff is worth 20 times more than that. Just please let me know, you know, would it be worth $1,000 if you could have all these resources tonight? Let me know in the chat. Please just type yes. Okay. But wait, there is more. We do have a few other bonuses for those that want to get a hold of these resources tonight. We do have a few other bonuses. Can we just give more value? Can we give you more resources? If we can, please type yes in the chat. Let me know. Please type yes in the chat if you would like more resources, more value for us to give you more stuff for free tonight. See the yeses coming in. Okay, great. Okay, so we also have a book. This book alone is probably worth over $1,000. Just the book alone for the information is probably more than that. Honestly, it's probably more like close to 7 figures just on like the value that it is. But we'll cap it at $1,000 or $10,000, something like that. The first 5 people, you will get a personal copy of this sent to your door for free. You will get that. And then you'll also get my Facebook ads online training. So I have a complete like digital marketing training and stuff like that on funnels and stuff like that. And also, Facebook ads. So you're like, okay, Facebook ad stuff sounds great, but like, how do I set it up? It's an entire training on how to set it up. I share my screen. I go into the ads manager. I show what campaign objective you should use, whether it's traffic or leads or purchases, whatever the case may be, how to actually target, how to go through the demographics, how to change the age, how to look at interests and other things like that, get suggestions on stuff like that, how to install your pixels to make sure you can track activity on your website, how to look at the audience insights, how to retarget people, how to build audiences, how to do all that type of stuff that I said we didn't have enough time tonight to talk about. All that is in this training. You will get that for free tonight. But this is only the first 5 people. You will get access to that. That is worth, $10,000 worth of information just in that training alone. So again, let me just show you what's included for this special offer, only available tonight. It is the Dr. Sandy's Masterclass, Immutable Law of 168 Hours Masterclass, Art of Time Blocking Masterclass, my sales funnel training, her workbook, 2 workbooks, the time management strategy, all that type of stuff, the time blocking form, the Amazon journal, all the funnel templates that I have, my Facebook ads training, and a copy of the 12-week year, which is a great book. I love that book. All that is worth $1,597. So that's total value $1,597, but you can get it tonight for only $297. So all that stuff right there for only $297. That is a steal. We wanted to make this, basically non-negotiable, whereas like price wasn't a factor on actually getting all this stuff, because we want to give you all the resources, the training, the workbooks, the books, stuff like that. You can get it for just one payment of $297. Drop the link for those that want to get started right now. Immediately, you will get an email with all your resources and trainings and stuff like that, and your books will be shipped out to you. But other than that, we can answer any questions. Dr. Sandy can come back on and answer any other questions that anyone has. But for those that are ready to get in, we just dropped the link right there. Okay, so let us know what questions that you have. You can type them in the chat, or you can go to the Q&A section. Also, if anybody on Facebook has any questions, you can type them in right now. We'd be happy to answer anything for you on anything that we covered. Okay. Can you go back one slide? Yeah, I can, definitely. Do you want to see just everything that's included? Is this good, Charnay? Yes. Okay, so yeah, this is everything that's included. This is tons and tons of resources for you all. At this very, very low price. If $300 is too much for your business, then this is not for you. Just being honest. You know, I spend thousands and thousands of dollars a month on resources, coaching, training, books, hiring people, consultants, and stuff like that. So we wanted to provide massive value, massive resources for those that need the actual manual, the step-by-step blueprint on how to actually implement this stuff in your business. Okay, let us know if anybody else has any other questions or uh, anything else you would like to know. We can answer any questions for you right now. Any other follow-up points you got, Dr. Sandy?
No, just to say that, I started doing this time management thing a number of years ago, and I really see people's lives changed by it. I think the value of the package, the value far exceeds, just, what the offer is. Just just being able to, like you said, if all you did was get control of your time, if it's worth it. It's just absolutely worth it.
Right.
Information is so powerful. Ryan, it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing half of the stuff that I'm doing. So it's good stuff. So any questions anyone have about time management and the routines we discussed, please go ahead and drop them now.
Mm-hmm. Drop them now. Any, challenges that you have, because I get it, people have a million things going on in their life. So, what other challenges do you have, or anything you stuck on, or anything else you need to know about, like getting control of your time and your day and stuff like that? Feel free to drop them down. If we don't have a lot of questions, we can end for tonight. But we did want to share this great information with you and just provide all these resources and stuff like that. For those that want to take it a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't see any questions or anything coming in. I think we might have blew y'all away with the information. People were like,
we covered it all, right? It's all covered. It's right there.
So, let's see, I was going to do a last check. Let me chat back up. Yep. So again, last chance. If anybody has any last questions or comments, please give Dr. Sandy a huge digital round of applause in the chat. If you came in late for whatever reason, this was being recorded. We can send out the replay, but the replay will only be available for a limited amount of time. We also did stream it on Facebook, but eventually will be deleted. Because we definitely can use this information in the future and stuff like that, because there's tons and tons of value. Even if you just register for free, this was tons and tons of value that we wanted to give everyone. So where can we find Dr. Sandy on social media? Yes, so Purple Circle. You can connect with her on Facebook. Also, she will be speaking at the upcoming Traffic Sales and Profit Thrive conference, virtual conference that will be this weekend. That is going to be dynamic and great. If you don't know what that is, or you don't have a ticket for that, you definitely should get one. It's great, massive value given by some dynamic entrepreneurs. Dr. Sandy will be one of the speakers for that as well. So you can see her speak. She'll probably take it even deeper on that presentation. But if nobody has any other last questions or comments or anything, we can definitely wrap for the night. You can connect with me on all social media platforms. You can hit me up, email me, whatever the case may be. Anything about funnels or ads or automation and stuff like that, feel free to ask me that. But other than that, we can just, I guess, wrap for the night. If you got any other last comments, Dr. Sandy, you can let people know.
That's it. I hope, maybe we should drop the link for Thrive. Do we have that link available? Who want to listen in on the Thrive the weekend, because that's going to be, we have, I think there's 400 or 500 people from around the country scheduled under the traffic sales and profit, the traffic sales and profit event Thrive, which I'll be speaking at. But I mean, that's it. Basically, I think we said what we needed to say and deliver the information in a way that I believe was clear. And we welcome again any additional questions or any additional follow-up after we close out. But thank you for coming and showing up. Like they say, if you show up, you go up, right? So it was a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, thank you. So we'll try to get you the Thrive link. I'll try to put it in the Facebook chat, and also when we send a follow-up email with the recording, we can put it there. So you definitely want to get Thrive. If you don't have a ticket to that already, it's going to be a great virtual event this weekend. Hundreds of people from all over the country. But other than that, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I know your time is very, very valuable. We talked about time management. We know your time is very, very valuable. So thank you, everyone, so much for being here. If you got any other questions, feel free to connect with us on social media. But other than that, folks that got the bundle, we will be sending you the information, get the resources, get the trainings, implement these strategies. Because at the end of the day, information alone is not enough. We have to actually implement and execute to take our businesses to the next level. Everyone have a great evening.